Hello guys, I am Vaseekaran. In this video, we are going to see about support vector machine. Support vector machine is a powerful supervised algorithm that works best on smaller datasets but on complex ones. Support vector machine is abbreviated as SVM, can be used for both regression and the classification task, but generally they work best in classification problems. The goal of the SVM algorithm is to create the best line or decision boundary that can be segregate n-dimensional space into classes so that we can easily put the new data point in the correct category in the future. This best decision boundary is called a hyperplane. Types of SVM: linear SVM and the nonlinear SVM. In linear SVM, it is used for linearly separable data, which means if a data set can be classified into two classes by using a single straight line, then such data is termed as linearly separable data, and classifiers used called as linear SVM classifier. In nonlinear SVM, it is used for non-linearly separable data, which means if a dataset cannot be classified by using a straight line, then such data is termed as nonlinear data. Linearly separable data. Two sets of data points in a two-dimensional space are said to be linearly separable when they can be completely separable by a single straight line. In general, two groups of data points are separable in a n-dimensional space if they can be separated by a n-1 dimensional hyperplane. Non-linearly separable data. If you can draw a line or hyperplane that can separate those points into two classes, then the data is separable. If not, then it may be separated by a hyperplane in higher dimensions. Still, if any of the hyperplanes could not separate them, then the data is termed as non-linearly separable data. Soft margin SVM. Soft margin support vector machine allows some misclassification to happen by relaxing the hard constraints of support vector machine. Soft margin SVM is implemented with the help of the regularization parameter. It tells how much misclassification we want to avoid. Multi-class SVM. The idea is to map data points to high dimensional space to gain mutual linear separation between every two classes. This is called a one-to-one approach, which breaks down the multi-class problem into multiple binary classification problems, a binary classifier per each pair of classes. Another approach one can use is one-to-rest. In that approach, the breakdown is set to a binary classifier per each class. Advantages of SVM. SVM works relatively well when there is a clear margin of separation between classes. It is more effective in high dimensional spaces, and it is effective in cases where the number of dimensions is greater than the number of samples. It is relatively memory efficient. Disadvantages of SVM. SVM algorithm is not suitable for large datasets. It does not perform very well when the dataset has more noise. For example, target classes are overlapping. In cases where the number of features for each data point exceeds the number of training data samples, the SVM will underperform. Applications of SVM: handwriting recognition, institution detection, face detection, email classification, gene classification. Thank you.